Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're gonna get started on the Figma Samus Aran Metroid Dread version. Full transparency, I have not played the game and I suck, I know, but I do love Samus. I love the old Figma, and what's crazy is I thought this one would be like the same articulation, and I gotta say I was pleasantly surprised that I was wrong. There are some new components to it that just gives it an oomph. It also feels heavier than what it used to be. It's an excellent figure to completely surprise me as well. But I was already in for what I thought I was getting, and what I got, I'm very happy with. So let's get to talking about it. Let's get to it. Here we are. I got it all nicely posed up. Now, one of the things you may not see is that we actually have a floating butterfly joint for that arm. Mine is very tight on our cannon arm, but you can see we actually have a nice butterfly joint as well as a bicep swivel now, like an actual bicep swivel, and that's one of those really cool things. One thing I'm still kind of annoyed at is like the flimsiness of certain parts, because there's weight in certain areas while others are kind of hollowed out. But overall, like, it is still like a super nice figure. We have our cannon arm here. Like I said, we have our I had a whole brain freeze. We had our bicep swivel. We have joints like for our shoulder pads that actually rotate out very close to SHF style, which means that Good Smile as a company and the Figma line itself seem to be doing some sort of growing, and I like that. Here we have a beautiful neck joint, which looks like it is on some sort of double neck peg joint and not the old Figma joint, because as you can see, it can rotate out and side to side. So we have a beautiful look there. As far as our torso and midsection goes, we cannot go backwards, which is okay, but we do have a beautiful forward ab crunch, which means for our tucking poses and anything like that, we actually have something very nice. Now here in this waist area, this waist lower abdomen, we can tilt to the side too, and that's also beautiful, because that means when you want to do cool buster shots or running away shots, we actually have the emphasis to do that. But back to our waist area. Now, while the feet have complete and utter beautiful weight to it, our problem is our midsection is left hollow, so it leaves us with our dragging around the midsection, which drags down your drop down leg method, which sometimes can cause some flimsiness. I just want you to be careful with that. We do have a beautiful thigh swivel and a little bit of a drop down here. As you can see, we can lift our leg up actually higher than 80 degrees by rotating it out. A beautiful double joint. It's no longer a single joint, it's an actual, oh, wait, whoa. Yo, all right, so that's cool. I didn't even know that. It's so seamless. Yo, so there is a knee swivel as well, like literally a knee cut right above the swivel to actually help with that articulation. All right, yo, that improves a lot. Yo, okay, yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. I'm sorry, that's dope, because with that, right, you can now do really crazy oh, yo, all right, bruh. Okay, like, I'm gonna fool around some more. So we actually have a beautiful cut above the knees, which allows for more Metroid well, I shouldn't say Metroid, more Samus articulation. We have our non-cannon arm on a double joint as well. Well, I would say it's not a double joint, but it's also not a single joint. It's on a fluid joint that allows to replicate our double joint. And we still have a beautiful, beautiful ankle pivot, even with our armor protecting it. Flap up, flap down, rotate left and right, side to side, and a toe hinge / pivot. This is utterly beautiful. Like, this is wild, because this is probably the most articulated Samus we've ever gotten, and bruh, I'm here for it. And very little scraping or painting up against the armor. Like I said, although the weight is going to be in the upper torso and the legs, so your middle may feel a little flimsy, but look at this. Look at this, bruh. I don't even know what to tell you. I'm sorry, I got a little too excited. This is crazy. This is a beautiful, beautiful figure. And the effort put into this is sensational. Like, cue the memes for future, because this is utterly sensational. I really wish that I didn't take so long to get around to this, but I've been so busy, and I'm glad I waited, kinda, because now I have this beautiful figure in hand. I get to experience it firsthand on camera. That was dope. that was honestly very dope. Now, we've gone over articulation. Now let's go over our accessories. I'm gonna pose her up and I'll see you guys. Now, as far as accessories, we actually do not get a lot, so I'll be able to cover everything very quickly. One of those things being that we will get a morph ball or morph ball version, because you know her suit is modular, complete redesigned. That the Chozo, we have a peg here for our stand. We actually get a big beautiful stand to help hold up the weight of her. The big beautiful figma stand to hold up the weight of her and her morph ball. Should you want that extra oomph, you get an extra peg add-on piece here. You'll also get an extra peg should you break off the one that goes into your non-cannon arm. You will get, and I'm going to assume this is our missile arm or our grapple arm, depending on which one do. But if you want to put emphasis on cannon or anything else like that, this is not fold down, but I'm assuming this is like the special cannon or the missile one. This is pretty cool, but I wish I played Dread, man. I gotta play it. You'll also get 2 sets of other hands. One of them is going to be an open hand. The other is going to be a semi-action hand, semi-open. Looks like you can either hold an item or use this for gripping. One of the other really cool things that you'll get a stick to the wall. And with this, it's already pre-held and magnetized. So that way, if you want to put it on your fridge and have Samus like pretty much hang on to the side of your fridge, she can. I gotta have something magnetized somewhere. Oh, here we go. Right? So let's see. Yeah, see, and it holds up pretty well. So I'll get pics of her on something to look really cool. But yeah, this is beautiful. Now, with all that being said though, let us jump into the size comparisons. Unfortunately, all of my Smash Brothers related stuff is all in storage, so I don't have a lot to choose from with that. But you know, I'll still square up with a bunch of other stuff. Let's get to it. All right, now we're here at the size comparison. Now, like I said, I don't have all of my Smash related stuff. I stored a lot of stuff away because I'm running out of room, to be honest. But I did break out my old Figma Samuses so we can get a comparison between the few other Samus releases that we have, right? And what's really cool is I actually tried the Buster from this one. It can still fit on this one, but this one doesn't fit. The peg is a little too small, so I actually do some swapping around. Only problem is on this end, you'll get that one yellow part that will poke out. But otherwise, yeah, you're in a good spot. Now, she is probably the smallest of the 3, but she's also the most versatile and movement-wise of the 3. She also is way better proportioned than the others. So as you can see here, we have stepped up, although you can also just, actually, if you wanted to, you can actually just use the sitter up method and then she'd be around the same height. So there's a little bit of trick to that. So it all depends on how you want to maneuver that once, but technically she is indeed the smallest of the 3, but in my opinion, the best proportioned and probably the best articulated. Now, as we take these 2 away, we can compare to a few other things. Funny enough, my words are all messed up. I did have SHF Ryu, as you know, he is in Smash Brothers, as well as my D-Arts Terry, which I thought was hilarious for a Smash Brothers photo. I'm also gonna try to find my Pit. I know I have a Figma Pit and a Kirby somewhere loose, so I'm gonna try those guys. But as you can see, she does cut out well with these 2 gentlemen. Next up, we have Jada Toys Evil Ryu, which is the same size as Jada Toys Ryu, but I thought to break up color-wise of our Ryus, I figured I'd use them. And here we are, and I think this works really well, in my opinion. If we turn them straight, you can see really got something nice going on here, right? Then, if you want to mix and match some stuff around, right? What was some really cool stuff is that with other 6-inch figures, let's say you want to have some military figures or for whatever reason, some other stuff. Here's a G.I. Joe Classified, shown up with Samus. Then we have a Valaverse figure. So if you want to do regular humans. Now, Samus is supposed to be tall, so she's not cutting it with these guys. But if you want to mix and match some stuff, that's still on you. Now, if you do want to mix Samus with stuff like SH Fig Arts, I feel like she'd be taller than most figures, and it works out well. With stuff like SH Fig Arts Kamen Rider Kuga, you see she's pretty much taller than. With SHF Kuwagata Olga, who is on at that newer, bigger mold, she scales out pretty well. So I think this is a really nice middle ground for her. Now, all those many moons ago, right? I know you guys saw me square her up against aliens, and I'm gonna do that again. So here is a NECA alien, especially the Razor Claw, and a Marvel Legends Daredevil. But it's funny because look how big the alien is, and I love the kind of style that's gonna go into that. So I'm gonna make that look cool as hell. I'm going to love doing those kind of photos. And then we have, ooh, these ones are really cool because I've upgraded my army building over some time. So I have a couple of Apollos, and I feel like Dread does face off against like an evil robot. And Apollo's not evil, but I figured if you want to do some nice, ooh, excuse me, if you want to do some nice stuff with this would look really cool. And Cosmic Legion wise, we have a Sphexian Prison Guard. And Dread version seems to feel like right up the alley of this, both colorway and look. So we are in a really good time that if you want to mix and match brands that have cross synergy, in my opinion, we're at a really good spot. These are excellent tools to use to your photography advantage, or sitting on your shelf. You're gonna have a jolly good time. Like, this is supposed to be like the part that's fun when you can sit around and do stuff like this. So I'm hoping that people are doing the same and enjoying, because it's phenomenal right now, right? And with all of that being said though, I do want to say thank you again to everyone who's been watching my stuff, continues to watch my stuff, and enjoy what I do, because it helps you enjoy what you do. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for everything. So as always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.